The Out There channel.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Oh well. Yo, is anyone around? I go away for a month and Phil decided to change the code on the webpage again, so my counter's not working again. So yeah, never ending, isn't it? If they got the API sorted out, then it'd be no problem. Rumble as well, is that playing up? Yeah, the lights are not coming up. Who we got out there anyway? Spacey, how's it going? Nice intro. It's a bit dated now. Hasn't been changed for 6 months or more. Yeah, I've been pretty sick in the last month. I'll give you a catch up on all my ongoings. I'm still not well and fighting it, of course. And we still don't know what the problem is with me. But yeah, I'll talk about that in a minute. So yeah, what are we doing? It's Christmas, a pre-Christmas show, but I'll probably do another one in my usual time slot before Christmas. I'll do a Christmas show perhaps as well. Or Christmas Eve show. Yeah. So it's a bit rusty, but a few things have changed in the code bollocks. But it took me a wee while to figure out how to do everything again. If you don't use it, you lose it. How's it going on Geekcraft side of things? Or Spacey, as you like to call it now. Yeah, let's see. Well, at least YouTube's working. That's quite amazing. I was expecting that to have problems. Build, I'm not sure about at the stage. Looks like it's working alright. I mean not build. Rumble. It's got 2 views here, which I think is correct, but the likes are down. I don't know. Something to figure out in the next few days, I guess. Again. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. This UFO catch up. There's a lot happened since I've been away. I don't do my regular show anymore, right? So I'll just do one-offs, but I do catch-up shows. And I'm working on my new channel, which will be documentary style videos, but because I've been sick, I haven't been able to work on it, and my energy levels have been really bad. But it's been pretty good in the last few days because I've been trying to diet and take certain juices in the morning, which help, and hopefully I'll lose some of the weight that I gained suddenly through steroids. The doctor's meds are not always good for you. Okay, yeah, where's my other link gone? I haven't actually updated it. My Raspberry Pi restreamer is working quite good, and looks like the guy's been keeping up to date with the combined chat on all the different streams out there. So, yeah, it's looking sweet. Might be just Pilled and Rumble have changed their code, so my scraper and API doesn't work anymore for some reason. Very strange though. Yeah, it looks like it's picking up the Pilled likes, just not the Rumble likes, which is kind of strange. Maybe it doesn't allow me to do test ones. So anyone out there, because it normally allow you to do a like on your own on the stream to see if it's working. So anyone out there on Rumble can hit a like on that, see if we can update it, see if that code's working. Yeah, so what's my website link here? Got to get my brain into gear because it's nearing midnight here. But the problem is I haven't been able to sleep very well in the last month. I haven't been able to sleep very well at all in my life. But in the last month it's been really bad. I've been living on like 4 hours sleep and dozing off at the computer or TV or whatever. Doze off anywhere. So hopefully I need to fix it. I'm not sure if my microphone's mucking up here. Sometimes I hear a little click. I won't be surprised. It's getting a few years old now, this headset. I won't be surprised if it goes wrong. Although I can afford it. Pretty much bank account is negative, and all apart from the credit card, of course, which I wish it was negative because I'm not about to use it. Yeah, so just catch up on me. So how long ago was it now? A few weeks ago, I was rushed to hospital. I walked the dog and couldn't catch my breath getting in the door, and my heart was pounding, and I overcome it, and then decided to have a shower, but I didn't feel very right, and I said to Dad, he was up still, I said, should we call the ambulance and get him to check out me, because I think there's something wrong with my heart, like a silent heart attack. So yeah, so we called him up. Let me just check that. Are we still working? Yeah, I just don't trust this microphone. So yeah, we called them up, they showed up and put things on my chest and made sure the heart was working. They said they couldn't detect anything, but my blood pressure was like 207, which it's never been. And my legs were really hard swollen, like solid with fluid that are so hard that they were like tree stumps, like you could smash your hand across it, and it would be like smacking your hand into a pine tree. So yeah, I had no flexibility in the legs, and the legs were like lead. So I assumed that was putting a lot of pressure on the heart to pump around blood, and have been trying to get rid of it with water pills and moderate walking and lifting up the legs, but it wasn't working. So they decided to take me into hospital. I was there from midnight to like 12 the next day, 12 noon. They decided to kick me out after only a few tests, which I think is pretty bad. New Zealand hospital system is getting worse since I've been there with the gallbladder treatment. They were running me from one scan to another when I was my kidneys and all that were shutting down with the gallbladder problem I had. But not this time. They didn't take it that seriously, I didn't think. They thought the heart was okay and that maybe I was over-exaggerating things. But they could see my legs were terribly swollen, and because the ambulance sprayed some special stuff under my tongue, something nitrate it's called, it makes the arteries and veins open up wider, which I don't know how that does that, but it lowered the blood pressure from 207 to 175, which is still high. My normal reading is about 130 to 137 over 70 to 80, right? But this, and when they measured it, was 207 over 94. So that was pretty bad. So time they got to the hospital, obviously I'm not sure if those meds were helping, and aspirin, but something went on. So they tried to plug it in the algorithms, and they said they had some sort of steroid problem called Cushing's, which makes you retain water and your face swells up like a mean face, they call it. And indeed, I did have a mean face. My face looked really bloated. When I checked the scales also, everything went wrong when I had my eye operation. I had to take these steroid pills called prednisone, which a lot of people use to make themselves feel young and get energy again illegally, to keep themselves awake. But they have really bad side effects, especially if you use them constantly. But I was on high doses to start with to turn off my immune system so they could operate on the eye, and that's where it went all wrong, I think. I think what happened is it messed up my hunger. So I was a lot more you get really, really hungry because it speeds up everything in your system. But it also caused me to retain water, I think, and I gained like 13 kgs in 2 weeks, which is impossible from what I was eating. So I knew it had to be fluid. It was retaining all the fluid for some reason, and they were saying it because we can't get rid of it. It wasn't going through the normal blood system, so the kidneys can't get rid of it. It was leaking through the veins and arteries or whatever, and going into the muscle tissue, and then the muscle was retaining all the water and the skin, of course. So that was all sort of blubbery, a blubber man. Flubber man. So that makes me really, really heavy. So when I try and walk, my heart's pounding, trying to pump blood around, and I was getting out of breath, and I couldn't get enough oxygen to the system. Of course, the dog didn't understand that. He wanted his regular walks every night. So I'm still on the mend. They decided it wasn't anything to do with the steroids, which I think they're wrong. I think it was the steroids because it's when it was triggered. And I think what happened is somehow it caused the water retention to happen. One of the side effects is water retention with these steroids. And that extra weight put on my body is like carrying around, like sacks of shopping in each of your hands and legs. And you're walking around with these shopping bags on all your limbs. And of course you're going to get tired. But I got to lose all this extra weight. So I've been self-dieting and taken celery juice with carrot juice, which is really yummy, mixed in with some new crispy apples. And I've been making up this juice, and every second day at the moment, just to make it easy, I just juice and only live on the juice until dinner time, and I have that one meal at dinner time, which is generally just like a sandwich. So I've been doing that, and I've lost a couple of kgs in a week now, and the leg swelling is starting to ease off, and they're sort of not perfect by any means, but at least they're not like solid tree trunks now, and a wee bit more squishy. So I got to keep on with it for months and months and months, probably, because it's so easy to put on weight, but it's really hard to get rid of the weight. Yeah, so see what happens after that. So I think the doctor did some new blood tests, and he said everything's perfect from what he can see. So their theories are wrong, but they wouldn't do a hormone test. This is what I really hate about the hospital. Let me go. They went to do a hormone test first thing in the morning, after you wake up or something like that, after you sleep, and do it then. I don't know why they couldn't have done it when I was in the hospital, because I was there from midnight to noon. And they didn't do check on my hormones, which is where, you meant to check for steroids and all that sort of stuff. So, they didn't do a CAT scan either, just to see if there was any blood clots and stuff. So, yeah. What else? So, as you can imagine, also I said I think I got sleep apnea, and wanted to get a machine. And so they asked me to do a questionnaire, and sure enough it showed that the questionnaire was abnormal, but because I was a couple of points short on the questionnaire, they can't give me a free machine, which costs like $2,500 in New Zealand, doesn't. So I said, look, I just have to see if I can fund it next year myself somehow, and sleep the best I can meantime, I suppose. The doctor said I could retake the test and frigate. Well, he didn't say frigate, but I could see what he was implying. But you can only take it once a month, you see, the test. It's kind of stupid. So that means I basically have to lie a wee bit on the questions and make it worse than what it is to get the free machine. But yeah, it looks like I may end up renting to buy or something in the end, but I worry about that in the new year. First of all, we've got to get this weight off, and so I can breathe again, not being out of breath just walking down the hallway. It's been really bad, but hopefully I won't fall asleep tonight. So yeah, that's me all up to date with. So yeah, I thought I might be dying, and you might not see me ever again. Not that anyone cares, right? How many people we got out there at the moment? We don't know on Pilled because it's down. I got one on live and YouTube, and 2 on Rumble, and yeah, that's not picking up my test like there. So what the hell's going on since I've been gone? Let's do a test like again. It looks like it was turned off. They might not allow us to do that now. Sometimes they change the rules. Let's see, does that now come up? So to me, looks like they changed live views and total views there. Damn. Pilled. Why do they have to change it for? Alright, so now working. Okay, Rumble's working okay still. It's only Pilled that's been a problem. So yeah, let me just check Pilled Mandy here then. We've got 5 views and 3 live watching. Okay, so if you want to say hi, just pop it down in the side chat. It should come through on the combined chat. And I have to figure out how to edit that stuff again. They use some sort of auto coding for their web page by the looks of it. They use some libraries, which I believe UFO Stalker used the same once. I can't remember what it's called now, but it creates all these random names for labels. So when you scrape a page, those labels get changed, and it tries to read a value that's not there anymore. And we got Senate. And you're not a senator then. Thanks for saying hi. I don't think we've seen you before, have we? Sen. You only got a motorbike maintenance. Sen and motorbike maintenance is going to be a really good book or something. Anyway, hopefully I'll do another show coming up, and do it in more social times. So hopefully I'll get different people and cover different time zones. This is ideal time for UK and Europe, you know. But of course I'm doing it on Saturday my time, which is Friday. So it's not maybe not so good because people will still be working. But you know, it is what it is. So let's have a look. So yeah, I have been posting regularly on my Twitter page. Is that it? Should be. And we'll just go through some of it that I've posted just recently. I didn't get a drink. I have to reach over and get it. Oh, that's a really, really small font. What's happened there? See, that's changed since I've been here. 50%. Look how stupid this goes. You lose the side thing, you go over 50. Bloody X has messed around with it too. What rat bags? So if you scale it up, it goes to that sort of format, which is kind of weird. Anyway, so what's happening in the twit world? UFO twit world. So yeah, so I've reposted my 2 playlists with the best UFO footage. So my documentary will actually update all that when I get around to doing it, and do it professionally, with proper music and everything. It's called UFO Reporting. I think it's even searchable, which might get around the problem I've been having with my current channel not being suppressed, right? So it's called UFO Reporting, and of course National Reporting Centre will show up there. But I think I will get listed, I should do. Now see how it pushes all the crappy mainstream media nonsense that just copy and paste each other. Maybe it's not so searchable in that. Maybe I have to put @ symbol in front. A tag, as they call it. Yeah, the web page still doesn't do it right. It's best to check to see how we're going anyway. Let's see. So that there. Videos. Now it should come up here. UFO reporting. Let's see. So far, no good. It used to be there, but maybe because it's not active as much, it's dropped me off again. I'm not seeing it. That's very strange. Well, I didn't try it with a tab. Let's do it directly with YouTube. No. Do it up here. It's hard to beat the suppression, it really is. Yeah, it should show up here. Technically it should. Because mine's the only one with the exact name in UFO reporting. So far, no good. No good, no good, no good. No good. No good, no good, no good. It's all these twits. No good, no good. Ah, there we go. I made it on the first page finally. 10 subscribers. Yeah, so this is my new channel that I'm developing. I had one video up there. Oh look, it's all come up for a second time. How come it's come up twice? Twice on one page. Google, you really messed up. That is kind of messed up though, isn't it? Shouldn't really show up like that. Oh, here it is, my video, my one and only. The welcome one. Actually, it's 2 videos now, and I've also got one of my backyard stars. Oh look, it's come up again, is it? I know, someone's tried to copy me, almost. UFO reports. When did that come up? That's got to be recently. Someone's tried to copy me. They probably watched my last show and thought, oh, we're still that now. Where's my other video? You think it'd show up? A lot of crap on that one though, isn't there? Listed here. You think that'd be all the best stuff from the news channels and stuff like that, right? Anyway, we'll go back here. And see where the link takes us. And I think, yeah, if you type in UFO reporting with a space, unlike the Out There channel, it doesn't show up. UFO reporting one does. Because it sounds like a news channel, so yeah, it might be a bit harder for them to block out that keyword. That's I thought it was a really clever keyword, and eventually figured out which one to use. My nose is blocking up, by the way. I might have to take off and get some nasal spray. So why isn't it showing up for UFO reporting? It was last time I checked it. It's not coming up now. It was like 5 down or something like that. Let's throw a lot more news channels in there, you see. And it's always the same stuff, you know. Just pick any random news channels, so it's just copy and paste of each other. And they always show up the fake UFO videos in it too. That looks like they've clamped down on that one. Maybe because I'm not active enough. And if I put the @ symbol in, that should come up first of all, you'd think. So let's see what happens. Tag. Should be the first one at the top. And it is. There you go. Okay. At least it's doing that correctly. So I got 2 videos there. The intro, which I think I showed last time, didn't I? And there's a UFO firing up for warp speed. Sounds better in headsets, by the way. In stereo, the sound's all over the place. So I produced the music myself. I played it and mixed it and made the intro myself using various free stock images, videos, merging it together. I think I did a pretty good job, considering I was semi-sick back then. So trying to keep it up to movie quality, you know, James Fox, blah blah blah. But unlike his, mine will be free. So yeah, even if people are not paying me money, even though I'm in the dire straits for money, I'll still keep producing content. And of course this is the outside yard one, which had a little UFO shop in it. Also I wrote the music in this and mixed it all. There's a little UFO. It comes back. So that's my dual camera at the back there for sky watching. That's on infrared mode at the moment. But it's not on colour mode, so everything's sort of overexposed. It sounds really good in the headset, I tell you. If you like it, hit a like. If you want to join the channel, I'll post a link to it. But I just need to be less sick and more energy, and I could do more then. People said the music was pretty cool. That bothered replying underneath it. I think it was Michael King, was it? He's probably working, so he doesn't know I'm on. Did that go alright? We dropped off. We got killed. Rumble. Where's Rumble disappeared to? It's kind of weird. It's better to watch it on full screen, of course. It looks like the alien eyes popping up here, doesn't it? You can see how people get fooled by pareidolia. Okay, it's slow going, I know, but when you make professional videos like that, it's very time consuming. There you go. And the art's done with help with AI and my own sort of edits over top. Yeah, I thought it came out pretty good. It's amazing what you can do, self-learning, right? Anyway, that's updated. So yeah, some of my best episodes here. I'll repost those ones to anyone that's new watching today. I post the link that I post answered this guy here. But like I said, I found out some more stuff and I've yet to edit and I think my health problems could be related to the alien grey visit, but I can't tell the hospital that. That's when my immune system went crazy. They did something. I thought maybe they were helping me, but maybe it was part of what they were messing around on me. Or maybe they're trying to fix it, what they did wrong, but it made it worse. Or the humans made it worse by taking these extra pills, which weren't meant to happen. More than likely, that's the case. A lot of people that get abducted weren't drinkers or smokers and stuff, and or not taking certain medications. As soon as they start on smoking, the aliens don't like it, and as soon as they start taking new medications, they try to hide their medications before they want to abduct or whatever and do the experiments. Okay, so posted that one across. Did I? What did I do? New channel? No, I haven't done that one yet. Just evidence again. Not that anyone's interested. I don't think the guy even looked, right? Unless you're part of the mainstream media or the government, people are not interested in listening to you because I just think you're a crackpot or something, you know. But me, I'm just the average Joe, just like you guys, and I never expected to get my own visitation, let alone anything else like that. So what's been going on was recently is Ross Coulthart's been posting a lot of crap up about UFOs over airports, which turn out to be all sort of mundane things like Starlink and other planes in the sky, and maybe the odd drone too. But yeah, Osiris, that's McGavin guy. This isn't new, but it's truly sad how we've reached this point in a large subset of humanity, amplified by the reach of social media. There is a cadre of individuals who, fueled by fantasy and pen chant for the sensational, have taken to the social media platforms to broadcast. He obviously likes his English. Me, I just like simple English, but you can see he goes on a bit on his posts. He likes to talk. He likes to be a writer. He should definitely write books, I think. But he makes a lot of sense, this guy. He's also the ex-Navy guy that saw through Lou Sondo's bullshit. And so it was all about money and not actually about figuring out what aliens and UFOs are and disclosure, but also about lining their own pockets. In fact, I think the whole thing with Lou Sondo looks like disinformation. It's a very strange situation, though. They seem to be attacking their own office that they got set up in the end. Arrow. Saying they're covering up things. But they haven't got any proof of it, which will never happen anyway. If they were covering up, it's not going to go anywhere. In the end, perhaps it's not about debunking every wild claim that surfaces on the internet, but maybe it's about fostering a culture that values critical thinking over virtual rival sensation. After all, the truth might not be exciting as fiction, but it has a distinct advantage of being, well, true. So what's been going on is these ones. A large looking plane doesn't even seem to bank, and instead does a right angle turn. Who created this machine? And of course you can see it's just regular planes. And if you're underneath it, that's what you get to see, right? So someone's done the overlays, I guess. Now these guys should know, you should be able to pick up flight radar and know exactly what's flying above you, especially around the airport. Because they have all the call signs on there. It's not exactly using radar. Hopefully that will get added into it eventually. And then that will have all the planes that are not marked on the radar map, but then the government will probably be censoring the radar data, so you won't be able to see if it's a military plane. But if you see a plane in the sky with your eyes, and it's not on flight radar, you can just straight away know it's got to be a government censored thing. Or a special private one, like a CIA plane, or like that, you know. I tried for 8 years to educate folks. Not many listened or supported me, like tonight. Truth doesn't sell. Well, learning don't either. So yeah, people don't want to watch my presentations to learn how to look at UFO videos before calling UFO. And they'd rather just call it a UFO. I have seen an aircraft that looked just like a plane. I think he means a UFO here, because the aircraft that look like a plane are the same thing, right? At least in our terminology. Hover in the sky, slightly close up. This was in central London, and let me assure you it was close to me, not an optical or ordinary illusion caused by distance. Well, as we've been going through my presentations, we've come across a lot of things that actually do look like planes in the sky, including balloons. They can be all sorts of shapes with LED lights on them, and also RC kites that fly remote control, just like RC models planes can look like planes in the sky as well. So there's all sorts of things, but certainly lead kite hovering in the sky will fool quite a lot of people, or has done, as we've been through many times. Various videos of these LED lights in the sky always turn out to be some type of kite design. So I see, so video or photo of it helps. No, you're not going to get that. Devil's Advocate here a moment. I live near Newark Library and airport planes are always over us. Well, until near 12 AM when flights have to avoid poison to shallow over the... Yeah, I think it ends around about that time in New Zealand too. And it starts again about 4:30. Could each point, wings, tail, nose have props to mimic a plane? But why would aliens want to mimic planes, right? In the past, all the sightings have been these classic silver discs with flashing lights on it. They want to be seen. And they obviously don't care if they get seen because their technology is far superior. They can just blink out and cloak and zoom off at hypersonic speeds. So why morph? Things that tend to morph tend to be humans that want to appear as something else in the sky instead of a plane. You know, you want to morph your military jet that looks like a I don't know, cloud or a hang glider or something different. You know. Which they can do now. We got e-ink for cars, where they can actually transmit an image like a video onto the body of the car. It acts like a big LCD screen. And they also got, I bet they got that on planes, where you can turn the plane totally black, right, and turn off all the lights. Because the military can't allowed to do that, as long as they're in contact with the radar systems, which will be encrypted, I suppose, and protected from the public. And of course, it'll probably be routed to NORAD and all that sort of stuff. Sure, humans can build nearly anything, given enough money. Hell, you can already buy RC craft that are huge. Yep, 5 men big. Some even with miniature turbo engines. Yep. So yeah, it's all good and debating all this stuff, right? Because we want to get to the truth, but we got to be a bit more subjective to what we're seeing. That kind of looks like one of those LED kites. That one there. Why didn't it open up? Right, it's not got individual pictures. Okay, that one does look like an LED kite. With the lights in the corner, and it has like a LED display thing that rotates underneath there. And that one looks like a plane, and so does that one. But yeah, let's have a look around. A few more posts here. We're still on that one. Trying to get out that one. I want to go back to my channel. It's not letting me go there, is it? Oh yeah, it is. It's just I retweeted it. At least I think it is. Yeah. Oh no. We need to go back to the channel. Okay, let's go down again. Let's see. Unusual drone sighting over South Beach, Miami. Come on, plane. So let's just play this one. We've got a regular blinking light on it, which is typical of aviation, right? It could be a helicopter. In fact, it's more likely to be a helicopter, I think. He's filming it through a window, we can see all the reflections. Okay, window by looks of it on the Perkins thing. Not the best of videos, is it? Smartphones. Now, people think since they can't see the red light all the time, that it can't be a plane. But if you have a look carefully, you can actually see it has actually got a red light there. See that there? And it looks like it's got some green light there. So that looks like the colours you get on the wingtip lights, isn't it? Isn't it red on the left and green on the right? So that looks like... Or is it green on the left? This is a refresh our memory. Plate notes. Just do that quickly, and we get one. Okay, it's green on the right and red on the left. Isn't that what I said? And it's looking underneath, so it's around the other way. So in that video, we saw green the other way around, which means we've seen it from got confused again. So it's normally that way around if it's going away from us. So that means maybe it's flying towards us. Let's have a look at that again. It could be flying towards us. Flying this way. But it looks like to me that it's coming down like a helicopter. Don't know, it's moving quite fast. That had to be a helicopter, doesn't it? But yeah, it's got to be coming towards us. It looks like it's going down vertically, but is it? Wonder how close to the airport it is. Now that movement that he's moving there could be just the camera. Landed on a hospital rooftop, maybe. It looks like could have a tail fin there, which would be typical of a helicopter. So let's have a look at helicopter lights. Do they have green? I don't. They normally have a red one and a white one, but I don't really see a red. Green lights on a helicopter in New Zealand. But there might be one. It's just very hard to see the green. What do we got here? Oh yeah, they do have a green one as well. And 2 flashing red lights. But is it standard? Red light towel. That one's got no lights. That one hasn't got any green lights. Yes, it has. But we don't see it until looking down or below it. Or if it's heading towards us. So yeah, that kind of fits a helicopter, doesn't it? With a big bright spotlight in the front would certainly masks a lot of the other lights. Again, this is where we need flight radar when you're doing these analysis at date and time and all that sort of business, just to prove it. So saying that's aliens and all that sort of stuff or drones is kind of stupid. Why would you put a green light on a drone? So you can't see any colour now. But it looks like one of ours anyway. Moving on, what else we got? Wasn't that the solar plane heading direct at the person, so it looks like hover. So here's another one. I can't remember, a few months ago I did the thing where people were recycling the old solar plane that had really long wings, and it had a lot of LEDs on it, which didn't look like a regular plane with the lights we just looked. This kind of looks very similar. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big bright white lights on it, and it's coming towards us, right? Towards on an angle, like it's coming down for a runway. Let's just keep an eye on it. Let's see. There's a helicopter. There's a helicopter, look. Looks very similar to the other one we were looking at before. Got a big bright white light flashing. Now just wind that back again. Where's the helicopter? There it comes. Flashing in the same way as the other video was. You can see the tail fin. But this is a side view. Can't see the green, and we can see some red there. And that looks like definitely a solar plane. We got no timestamp on it, have we? I think someone's circulated. I know they had lots of LED lights on it. But if it's not, it certainly could be one of those LED kites again. And they don't show us where it goes to, right? So it's really highly suspect. So does it land? Does it take off again? Florida, they reckon it was actually, this was actually filmed in the UK, I think. Does that look like Florida? Not many high rises. There it is. Aliens. Solar plane. What was it called? See if we can find it again. 2007 was it? Right about then. Okay. 2007. Solar Impulse, that was it. I think. Seems to ring a bell. Look at the LED lights it's got on it. Strange shaped plane, but it's all solar panels. We got a nighttime picture. Sure, we can find one. That's through 40,000 kilometers of batteries. 2007, yeah, look at that. My memory's good. I've not gone dementia yet. Images. There we go. I can flicks a bit. Pretty massive. Of course, there have been several solar planes, solar powered planes. So, as you can see, there's been a few designs. So I reckon that's someone trying to punk the ufology people going on the X. Just recycle the same old crap. Not getting nighttime pictures. It's pretty annoying. And then you got these ones too. People building models of it, right? What the hell's that one? Solar planes that look like V-craft. What's that one? Concept? Flapping solar aircraft. What? So they made them flexible. And the wings can go up and down. But why would you do that? So yeah, I've never seen it before. So this is sometimes it pays to do random searches. You never know what you're going to find. I got sidetracked now. I want to have a look at that one. There's got to be concept, surely. It won't scroll for some reason. I just heard they invented a paint you can spray it on and it becomes a solar cell. That could change the future. I think I might have it posted here on Twitter actually. No, I didn't see what I was after anyway. We want night landing. Whereabouts was it? Okay. A night landing. There we go. Okay, we want a front view. They don't always have all the lights on. Now looking at this, it looks like it's got two brighter ones and dimmer ones. So whether there is some brighter ones there that make 5 rows, I don't think it's that one now. But it doesn't rule out it's one of the other solar planes. Experimental planes that someone was filming. And that would be a good question. Is there any solar planes being tested in December? Looks like there might be. That one's different, is it? That one's got a lot of lights on it. So it's got 4 in the middle, maybe 5, I don't know. But like I said, it could easily be a lead kite as well. Or it could be someone just flying their model solar plane around in the night sky, just punking everybody, and see if it end up in the news or whatever. Anyway, moving on. Here's this thing. That's it. Solar coating generates electricity. So they're looking at making not using e-paint, whether they can incorporate it into the e-paint itself. But then they're looking at coatings that actually absorbs the sun's energy and charges your electric battery in the electric car. That could be a game changer. Is it Mercedes? Yeah, Mercedes photoelectric paint. That's clever. Alex. There's an undeniable level of ignorance that goes with mistaken ordinary aircraft for ET, or even calling them UAP. But when you read repeatedly UFOX, doubling down, or UFO Twitter as it used to be called, doubling down on these planes as alien, that's just plain stupid. So that's someone else replying to that post that we looked at. Oh, what's happened? What else we got going down? Cool, so I'm mixing other news with UFO stuff on my page. Formation. Okay, so this is something else. So I'm not sure where the source is from. So that sounds like airplanes to me. Is this guy in an airplane? It can't be. Looks like he's on the ground. Waiting to take off, maybe? I don't know. Now, whatever these lights are, this is where flight radar will come in handy as well. But it could easily be a drone display, right? It also could be... I don't know if it's planes. I can't see any blinking, right? It's like it's constant lens. And I don't know what these ones are on the ground. But it looks like kind of like the sea there, doesn't it? Where's it filming it from? Balcony? Is that little like a beach? We got boats. So yeah, it could be fishermen using drones for some reason. Looks like a beachfront, doesn't it? Now we can see the individual craft because we can see each of them moving. So it's not on a... But this guy's trying to claim it's what, like Phoenix? It's undeniable. Brisbane, right, they reckon it's in Brazil, which again is always a suspect location. Wait a second here. Does that look like the same craft as Phoenix? No. If it was the same thing in Phoenix, that would have been the flares coming down and gradually blinking out as they went behind the mountain range. This looks like it's nothing like that. Is it cloaked? No, because the individual lights are moving. But it could easily be CGI, that one. Easy one to do. Does look like it's on a beach, though. Beach, water. Brazil. Yes. And what else we got? Now, yeah, they're talking about birds here, doing V formations, right? But some of the V shapes you get in the sky, it's too illuminated to be birds. But I just found out recently that geese can actually get bioluminance on them when they're feasting on fish and the shorelines, because if you're seeing the bioluminance, it always comes up washed up on the beach, and when they're flying in the sky they're sort of lit up. It looks really strange. Bioluminance. Shoreline. Now, I never ever thought of this before until I read about it. That someone filmed them and they were actually swimming in the bioluminance. And they showed up on the camera that wasn't infrared. Bioluminance is caused by blooms of plankton and phytoplankton. I was trying to get some images up, or videos of it. It comes out blue, I believe. There you go, on the shoreline here. California, right? And we can just see on that image there, kind of looks like white blue. And someone's surfing on it. Pretty cool.
Well, check out this bioluminescent algae in the sand. Oh wow. Like that's like... Oh my gosh, that is crazy.
That's kind of funny. As he's stepping on it, they're reacting.
Yeah, bro.
Looks like he's got superpowers. Now, if some birds like seagulls, ducks, geese, and then they got it in their feathers, right? The bioluminescence is going to react while they're flying, make them sort of glow. And you don't need city lights. And it couldn't explain the slur one. Remember the slur one was a V shape? Was it the big slur or something? Where they saw a triangle shaped flyover thing and they said they took some crappy black and whites of it. It could have easily been bioluminance on geese flying overhead. But who knows? It's just one theory out there that should be tested. Is that the big slur one? The lights they filmed. Yeah, it looks like the big slur one. And they're trying to replicate it. These are separate craft. Watch the UFO and Nukes documentary. They show this kind of formation in the film. Let's see if we can find the original. Is it the big slur? Probably have to put UFO on. UFO. God, come on, give us a chance. Okay, images. The big slur. I'm not sure if I got the right one. We know that was flares. Cool bell one. I suppose he made a couple of 100,000 out of that bullshit. Coming up. Alright. Missed typo again, did I? Well, Google should have better worked that out. Yeah, it's not coming up. 1960 something rather. So 1965 or 64? Just try the UFO. 64. This one here, was it? Big slur. Could easily be illuminance of birds, but I thought more likely it's going to be lights on a ceiling, because this was actually filmed through a window. I thought it initially was a high mast light in the car park, but it was meant to be taken during the daytime, so why would the lights be on? And it's more likely to be inside the room, like the ceiling spotlights reflecting off the window when they took the picture. Whether they were trying to hoax it or not, I don't know. No, that wasn't the one I was thinking of, though. But that is the big slur one, isn't it? I was trying to find the other one that was on. Some old documentaries. And it was also 1954, that could be it. Let me just have a look. Is that the one from Hynek's show? What was it called? Project Blue Book, whatever it's called. Was that the one? So again, it could easily be bird, because you see there's different gaps in between. It's not constant. I thought there was some more pictures of that one. 54. It always pays to keep researching. New information always comes to light. Fluorescent illuminant geese is very rare, of course. But it might happen once in a blue moon, right? Who we got out there? Anybody? Oh, alright, we got some Shogun. Yeah, daytime show. You probably need to listen to the intro, though. How you doing? Got new job? No more late nights for me? You got a new job? Okay. Well, that's why you haven't been around then. You got a cold, your voice sounds different. Yeah, my nose is all bunged up. I need to go and put some nasal spray in. You're right, I'm breathing and talking through my mouth at the same time. Are you still there? Yeah. Block those. At least you joined me. We got one watching on YouTube. We've got 6 lights, so I suspect the people might be working. My pill stats are down, so we can't really pay much attention to that one. But what's it? I'll just go and do a manual check the hard way again. Here we got people over there. Says only 2 watching over there for some reason. 10 people have dropped by. Yeah, I pulled. I don't know. Thought we might have got a few more people show up from there. I think there's a maximum of like 100 UFO folks on there anyway. Yeah, I'm not doing my regular shows. I do them occasionally, like once or twice a month, sort of thing. Catch-up shows like this, talking about this sort of stuff in research. Why I still have gear that works. If anything goes wrong, I won't be able to replace it, and I'll probably end up only be able to do short videos from the phone. But I will post updates there if something major happens. If I die though, and you don't hear from me, you probably have to assume that I died, because people seem to disappear in ufology, and you never find out what happened to them. Speaking of which, who died recently? It was Chris OBrien died this week. Apparently he couldn't breathe. I think it was asthmatic, and his injector, or whatever you call it, inhaler, broke or something while he was out and about, and he tried to drive himself to the hospital, gasping, and apparently crashed his car into a religious statue or something, of all things. So that was what I was told anyway. I think it's on my Twitter page as well. We just have to scroll down. So we'll get to that. What was that one? Welcome to India. Only joking, this is in Slough, England. Yeah, this is pretty much the same in New Zealand, growing like that now too. But it's not such a bad thing. A lot of them are doctors or researchers, and they're doing good for the community, right? But yeah, that's a lot. What's going on there? Is that a daily thing there? Must be a festival or something, surely. Kind of looks like it. We have like events like that in New Zealand, where celebrate the different cultures in New Zealand, and they have their like favourite foods, and people go along and taste it, and pay for it, of course. But they do give away some stuff. More up in Auckland than it is in Christchurch, though. Given... Oh, that was quite interesting. Sudden and unexpected. When Kevin McKernan gene sequenced a tumour, colon tumour, a few weeks ago and matched the genetic sequence to the Pfizer vaccine, it's freaking over. He got them. There's no question that COVID in RNA injections are causing cancer. So I thought that was quite interesting. It'd be interesting to see how all this vaccine stuff pans out, because we're guinea pigs on this this business, and maybe now I think about it, my health went downhill when the COVID stuff hit New Zealand. And I was silly enough to get the vaccine as well, when I should have just stayed home. Everybody should have stayed home, and then it would have disappeared, but everybody breaks the rules, right? Oh, that's the other thing is, Trump won. And I told you that would happen. I said it would be a landslide. All the polls were wrong. I have a better handle on US politics than most people. Good on Trump, though. I think he's going to shake up a few things. It's going to be a real hoot. A hoot of a time. He's already got a new FBI person in line, and I think that's going to shake up a few things. But it needs to be done. He needs to drain the swamp this time. But at least now he's a bit of a politician rather than just a businessman. So he's doubly dangerous. Greenstreet, what's he posting here? The reporter deleted the tweet. Probably going to see more of this as people snap out of it. Okay. Okay, what's this? A plane or a sea kite? Could be either, right? And they're saying it's too low to be a plane. Just spotted this drone in Rudolph. So it's probably just one of these RC kites, which looks like a drone. And you can have all sorts of arrangement of crazy lights on it. I feel like I'm reporting the deaths of too many good people nowadays. Christopher OBrien, author, investigator, has passed away. I knew Chris for many years, having seen him at numerous conferences, doing lectures, working on television programs when I was producing. And just having chats on the phone. But don't actually say how he died. He was a good man and great researcher. Okay, so he's the one that sort of counteracted some of Linda Moulton Hill's sloppy research on cattle mutilations. And he had looked at 300 different mutilations, and he said only 5 were really suspect, where they were cut with specialized tools and were dropped from high heights because the long horns on the cattle were embedded into the ground. And that's a fair drop to do that. And I think one of the horns was snapped in half, because if the ground's that hard, right, it's going to snap in half. So yeah, like I said, I'll be doing more of these shows. I'm not sure how long I'm going to go on for tonight. This is like a test run to see if everything's still working, and we found out a few things have dropped out since I've been away with my sickness that I had, or still got. But I'm managing it as best as I can. I'm not sure if any of these guys actually add anything to it. No. Now, we probably could look at some security stuff. I see he's posted some garbage up. Which is kind of strange. Dotcom had a heart issue like I did in the same week. But he can't talk now. Apparently he's having trouble communicating. Makes me wonder if they're going to drop that indictment and court case on him now that he's pretty much bedridden and trying to learn to talk again. I wonder if Trump will pardon him. He should just pardon the guy. Any man truly wants a decently sized house with a bunker in America, yeah. Okay, they're still talking about these drones over UK, which is nonsense, and Ross Coulthart's behind it. UFO activists in the East Nation journalist Ross Coulthart tweeted 2 images of UFOs. One turned out to be Starlink satellites, and the other was the tower on the mountain. Coulthart later decided to delete both tweets. If he gets easy stuff wrong, what else is he going to get wrong? Very true. A radio tower. I was hoping to better zoom into it. House lights. So I guess they're talking about that there. And the other one's Starlink, which is a bit hard to see anything on that one, but it looks like it's got a line going down that way. So yeah, it hasn't really been that much apart from the usual garbage, really, and people dying, of course. Okay, so this one here, I knew it was, if it's the one that Third Phase put up, and also they also showed the button ones at one stage. It was actually a model on a fishing line that flashed a light, remember? So I missed something here. No. Okay, so where's the original image? This one here looks obviously, you know, so fake.
I zoomed in, and the object started to come slowly above.
Okay, so this is a guy in South America. Was that the one that's meant to be a fashion designer or something?
I zoomed in, and the object started to come slowly above me, and I followed its movements. I kept trying to film with the maximum zoom, then I enlarged the range. After that I stopped recording.
I'm not sure if that was the one that has a flash or light.
Switch off the camera in order to...
But you have a look where he is, right? He's up in the roof line, and he's got like solar windows on the roof.
Grab a stool and carry on filming the object while moving southward.
I think it's the same guy. Isn't it the same guy that was standing next to that one in Turkey where he faked the Dr. Lear aliens and the UFO? I think it's the same guy, isn't it? Well, this guy's faking it with buttons.
Unfortunately, the object disappeared while I was stepping on the stool.
Oh, you saw the edge of the window there.
During the sighting, you could clearly listen to Simona's voice.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a button too, doesn't it? Got little holes going around the outside here, where you put the thread through. And he just wobbles it, it's just sitting on top of the glass. And he's just zooming in and wobbling it around.
I zoomed in, and the object started to come slowly above me, and I followed its movements.
And of course the clouds are moving behind because of the optical illusion it's moving as well.
I kept trying to film with the maximum zoom, then I enlarged the range. After that I stopped recording and switched off the camera in order to grab a stool and carry on filming the object while moving southward. Unfortunately, the object disappeared while I was stepping on the stool.
There you go. Edge of the window at the roof line. Anyway, that one's been solved a long time ago, as Rojas has pointed out. Yep, and one was fishing line. That was the one we did a wee while back now. A couple of months ago, was it? Yeah, so if you're not getting any notifications for shorts, it's always best to check out the videos and shorts tabs, because they don't always post it. So yeah, just go and check. I do upload some videos where I'm talking, so if you missed out on those, maybe you didn't get an alert for it. And shorts. And you can see how much my face blew up with this weird stuff. I don't normally look like that. You can see my legs are just absolutely twice the size. I thought the skin was going to pop open. Yeah, if you see me normally, where I didn't gain weight so suddenly. I don't know if I got any here. You can see I'm not blown up in the face. I think when Charlie was sick, I did one. He wasn't too happy. He's actually doing pretty good still. He's walking fine. He likes his walks. He's eaten lots of food. I think his belly's gone down actually. Some sort of what they call it, a cyst has gone down a wee bit. But he looks a bit better now. It's just, I think he's slightly blind in one eye and deaf, slightly deaf now. Because he walks in the door frame sometimes. He's a good dog, he really is. That's where he fell over, was it? Oh no. We've got one that falls over. It's very sad to see. I've got one of me. Well, that's where he falls over. Because in an air fiction, they just can't get their limbs coordinated. Oh, there we go. So that was me there, and you can see I'm not blowing up in the face, right? Let's see, open new tab. But I had actually gained some weight on there too, because I was taking those pills.
Hey guys, it's Paul here from the Out There channel. Charlie Rue's not been very well, my dog, and he's not eaten.
So that's me a year ago, right? And if you ever look at me now, I look a different person. Where is it? I'll get the Charlie one up just to remind people. This is where Mum was talking about having him put down. But a year on, he's back to normal. Oh.
Hi guys, just an update. Charlie's not looking very well.
So you can see he's having trouble with his ear.
Good day on the road now. But the vets are now open after a holiday, so it might be his last day today.
So we're thinking the West, obviously.
As you can see in this video, he falls over.
Now I think he might be trying to scratch his ears. He's off camera here.
Very unsteady. So yeah, so you have to go to the vets anyway. But maybe not coming back, who knows?
Well, see, he can't walk. And he has trouble getting up. So that's what happens when they get it in the ear infection. We weren't sure whether it's a tumour maybe growing in the side of his head there, which could mean why he's losing some hearing and also eyesight. But he seems happy enough, you know, until he's suffering. He's quite happy going out for his walks and eating his meals. So.
It's very sad to watch.
He's trying to get up again. That's like me at the moment. That's what I'm quite like at the moment. It's really sad. So that's me a year ago, when I was actually really healthy and could walk and everything. But I had put on some weight since the COVID nonsense and eye drops and things. And that's me now. Oh, those two there. You can see the difference. Where's it gone? There. There. Do I even look the same? Yeah. Just shows you, you can get sick very quickly in a month. Take you down. Make you very tired. Make you want to sleep most of the day. Anyway. Yeah, so that one we're finished with. I might have a look at some other channels now. How we going for time though? So I started this about midnight, is it? Probably don't want to go on and do a 5-hour show, especially if no one's watching. But Rumble's got a few going. Thanks for the like, you guys. At least we know it's working. Looks like YouTube. I don't know. Well, I don't know what's wrong with YouTube. You know, why does no one like to watch what I have to say and look at videos together? You know, what's wrong with people? Why don't they support people like me that actually keeps the middle ground and actually gives you the real stuff and also tells you all the crap out there that's been used as disinformation is not good. We looked at that one. Just got to go back another. I really hate the way Twitter lays its comments though. That one we looked at. That one we done. We haven't got really far, have we? It's all about the drones. That was the last one we got to, wasn't it? And yeah. Yeah, so what else we got here? Greenwood, Black Vault, Immaculate Constellation related document recently generated internally at the Office of Director of National Intelligence, OONI, and released via Foia. Yeah, it's going to be a bit hard to read that, I think. Why don't people scan it in better for us? What's it say? Description of alleged Immaculate Constellation program. What's that say there? Starting around October 2024, Open Press broke a story about supposed unacknowledged special access program. Oh, get blurry, it's making my eyes go. And this USAT was allegedly created in 2017. Remember, I did a search on that, and we did find it was first mentioned in 2004. And also peaked in 2015, I think it was. So, yeah, we're saying 2017 there. So, to me, that seemed to be wrong. If you can get a search going back to 2004, I think it was. I'd have to check that. My memory might be faded on that one. Maybe I got the wrong date, okay? I think it was 2004 though. Journalists who broke the story. Okay, so what did they say about it? A DOD spokesperson, Sue Goff, denied that Immaculate Constellation exists, or that any existence for that exists. Stated the Department of Defense had no records presented or historically. There we go. So we've heard that already, right? We've heard the denial, and there is a searchable in Foia proving that's what they did. But why did they black out some stuff here? This basically talks about that in the post. Oh, must have clicked the wrong one. Where you click matters. Why is there a reaction? It means redaction. They claim that B5 deliberative process exception on that. Which is what? Let's see, what's it say now? Already hiding stuff. Good. Just wait until you uncover all the mock alien invasions, war games scenarios. Leads are welcome. Remind me of the contingency plan for zombie apocalypse. Yeah. What's this one? Privileged. Show more. What is the assumption B5? Privileged communications within or between agencies. Okay, so that probably says forwarded to CIA or something like that, probably. Or Arrow. Right. We have photos now. Breakthrough UFO photo revealed. Close up of abductee at last. Yeah. Looks like a silver balloon. Okay, that's people being silly. Let's go back again. What else did we get? Anything new here? Breaking. Static community puts out bombshell reports saying COVID-19 was man-made. Haven't we been saying it for the last 10 years? Well, not that many years. 2019, what's that? 5 years. Why are rainbows curved? Yeah, this guy goes into deep dive on rainbows. And it tends to be because it's reflecting different angles in the water drops. And it combines all the water drops into a massive rainbow. And it curves. And he tries to simulate it and all that sort of stuff. Well, I hope to be well enough to do show soon. So here's your one. That was on December the 2nd. So 5 days on. What's it today? Time's flying, isn't it? Steve B, how's it going? On build. Thanks for shouting out. It's good to see there are some people around watching. You're quite welcome to drop on voice if you want to chat on voice. Just let me know and I'll put it up. Well, I've been to the doctors today and the hospital changed their mind on cushions syndrome to weight gain due to fluid retention from leaky. I couldn't even spell veins. It changed it to views. So water is not in the blood, but in the muscles. It builds up, but the kidneys can't get rid of it. It says that's all wrong. So those just shows you. Can't get rid. So I'm going to have to do it by dieting, I guess. And put my legs up at night time when I sleep. Get rid of water. And what was the other typo there? Leaky veins and leaky veins. You know, I got premium, but I can't edit it. You can only edit it if it's a new post, but not a reply. Where's the send button? Up there. Right. Post, yeah, it is. Okay. It's because I changed the size of the font. So yeah, you haven't heard from me a while. Dotcom having a heart attack there. Talking about the bunker again. Talking about the UFO drones over airports. What was that one? The Earth is not a perfect sphere, and due to mass redistribution caused by geomagnetic extrusions, something significantly happens approximately every 6,000 years. Well documented in ancient religions. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that. We know that if you build big concrete dams and lots of concrete buildings in China, it can offset the spin of the Earth by a few millimeters. Well, okay, but when we see it from space, it looks like a blue marble. So, but that looks like a thermal. And probably get rid of the atmosphere, right? And I wonder if water would dipped in on that side there. I suppose we're going to keep on finding out new information all the time. It's hard to know what's fake science news, though. Anyway, I'll move on from there. So you can see there's not much happening, just the usual crap being talked about. I did actually have some links up here. What was the leftovers? Third phase, I've been putting up a load of crap. Crap videos, but we should really look at them. But maybe I'll save that for the next pre-Christmas show. And this one will just be a short one. Test run, since I haven't been on for a while. And Secure Team put out something about this article and made it into fear-mongering or whatever. Futurism, something massive is shifting deep inside the moon. So they got a couple of probes. Maggie Harrison. And got a couple of satellites. What's it doing? Looks like it's beaming back information to Earth. Moon goo. Something is moving inside the moon. Yes, you read it. Now, we always had suspicion that there could be some liquids and even hollow spaces inside the moon, because it's all made up of debris that's sort of compacted over time with gravity, and you got asteroids and meteorites and all sorts of other things that have ice crashing into it, and that ice obviously doesn't blow off, but also becomes deep under the crust of the moon. So it makes sense there would be some sort of liquid, some ice under there that sort of is constantly melting and reforming again, right? So I don't think there should be any mystery that something's moving under the moon. I don't think it's aliens tunneling or some sort of dune creature. A recent study from scientists at NASA and the University of Arizona found that a layer of low viscosity goo sits between the moon's rugged mantle and its metal core. This goo is rising and falling beneath the lunar surface. Doesn't that just sound just like pockets of gas and also liquefied gas and maybe even water? The goo is rising and falling. Concluded it's caused by the gravitational push and pull of the sun and the earth, well, obviously. But what is it turn into liquid? Just like the moon rises tides on earth to earth, sun rises tides on the moon. So that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? That the moon would have also influence if it's got liquid or gas or liquid water. Once they land back on the moon and start building the moon face near the south pole of the moon, right? Start drilling, we won't know. We're still babies in science and knowledge. It's a fascinating discovery that works to confirm decades-old theories about the makeup of the Earth. Only natural satellite, well, raises some mysteries. New questions too. After all, how did the magna light layer get there in the first place? Was it composition, and perhaps most critically, was keeping it hot enough to stay in its malleable goo-like form? Yes, analysts new data. Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter collected gravitational information, conduct a more generalized lunar surveillance to measure monthly and annual tide movements on the moon. For the first time, what they found, they argue, in the research could only be consistent with existence of a deeper partial melt beneath the moon's rocky mantle. So there's the truth on it, right? That's exactly what I said anyway. And we said that in the past too on our show. We always suspected there was a blob of water, not only in the moon but also in the Earth itself, right? Not only have you got a hot mantle core, but you also got a pockets of oceans, pretty much. Now, if you go to Sucky Teen, he turns it into one big conspiracy. And he makes thousands of dollars off the video in doing so. What is NASA hiding? Well, obviously nothing, because it just shown us their research there, and you can actually access their data too, I believe. You can request the data to analyze yourself. Is this mic acting up again? Is it still working? I'm hearing that strange clicking sound. Let me know in the side chat if I disappear. Here we go on Pilled there anyway. Just going to do a reload on the admin page because we ain't got the counter working. Let's see. Oh, we got 6 likes. Thanks, guys, for doing that. I'm glad you enjoy my non-prepared show. I got 4 watching, and we had like 18 drop by. I'm just having to zoom in on the other screen to read it. So strange stuff happens on this one. And we also got some. Did you see this? Alien drones. So we have a quick look at those nonsense videos, and he hasn't put up anything in 1 month already. It's amazing, time flies. Okay, let's have a look. Still yet to do a Tyler, the real Tyler show. What's up, guys? Tyler here. I think he, the amount of material out there, he certainly finds some stupid stuff to put up. That's not even related to UFOs. He's so lazy, right? But he's still making lots of money off his channel for doing nothing.
Hey, what's up, guys? Tyler here with Secure Team. Now, I've
is it AI this time?
been getting a lot of emails about this, and so when I saw the subject...
When you saw the subject, so we just covered it on the news post there.
Of today's video, I knew I had to investigate further, and, well, we've got something that's going to make you totally rethink everything you thought you knew about our moon. And I'm not just talking about...
Nah, it hasn't changed anything, and we've been talking about this for years.
The usual theories. We're dealing with hard data here, freshly uncovered, that might...
Okay, so how's he going to spin it, you reckon, guys? Something moving under the Earth's crust, moon's crust, I mean.
Just be the smoking gun we've all been waiting for. So let's start with a discovery that has researchers across the globe scratching their heads. Hidden deep beneath the far side of the moon, there's something...
Oh, that music just makes me want to vomit.
moving. Yeah, you heard that right. Activity detected recently using data from NASA's Grail mission. This isn't some minor seismic tremor here we're talking about, guys. We're talking about significant coordinated movements in a massive...
So you can see, it sounds like it's a real mystery that there's something really moving under the moon. But when you read the article, it's actually, they're just talking about liquid that's moving like tides, just like it is on Earth. There's no mystery.
Previously undetected mass. And where is all of this happening? Well, it's happening right near the moon's south pole, a hot
which they know there's a lot of water under there.
spot for lunar anomalies and UFO activity over many years. But here's where it gets even stranger. Another team of researchers has found that something on the moon's surface is exhibiting unique magnetic and reflective properties. So using advanced imaging and magnetic field data, these scientists and researchers have identified regions where the moon's surface behaves in ways that simply don't add up. These areas, which should be as barren and dead as the rest of the lunar surface, are showing what amounts to magnetic activity. Large...
Yeah, so what's in asteroids and meteorites? A lot of iron. And it gets magnetized. And if that lot of that's also molten magnetized iron, also at under the mantle right there with the water moving around, that's going to cause some strange magnetic anomalies like we get on Earth. We got them on Earth as well. Remember the South Atlantic anomaly just off the coast of Brazil there? So it's not abnormal to have where there's meant to be, where ancient meteorite impacts happen, to have these anomalies and magnetic readings like it's going to walk around, right? South Atlantic anomaly. Yeah, we've covered this lots of times, but we'll just put it in. Mistyped it, I suppose. There we go. SSS located over Atlantic Ocean and South America. Expansion, Momenton. So we actually wanted a picture. This picture where it is. It's really what I wanted. There we go. Looks very similar to what he's shown there on the moon maps, right? So yeah, looks like a good place where a large meteorite impacted millions of years ago, wiped out some dinosaurs. And there it is there. Remember? It's off the coast of Brazil. So they obviously got different ways to record it. And it probably moves around. And it messes up the satellites when they pass over it. And you notice it was where that region was, where the data was getting corrupted by the satellites of the tidal waves that were happening. That into thin air was plug in as conspiracy theory. Okay. All these things you gotta know. So yeah, I did actually look up a news report on the moon magnetic anomalies. That looks like something else that has come up. Magnetic. Always do your own fact checking. Okay, it's probably been around for a long time. Strong localized magnetic fields in the lunar crust that were first detected during Apollo 15 and 16 in 1970s. So they've been around for a long time, so there's no mystery there. Largest grouping on the moon are located near the northern rim of the largest impact basin. So that's North Pole, isn't it? Not the South Pole in this case. South Pole has the water. North Pole has all the iron. These anomalies are the result of highly magnetic materials from projectile that formed this 2,000 kilometer diameter basin. There you go. Magnetized iron. So what came out recently on that? Was there anything strange that he's chucking that in there? It's good for adding all these together into one big conspiracy. Debunking security again. They've changed that too, have they? Today, I'm trying to find. Right, here we go. So that was in the past month. Rena Gamma is a lunar magnetic anomaly known as a lunar swirl. Located on the lunar near side of Oceanus Prosidentarium. Lunar swirls are associated with magnetic anomalies in the lunar crust, but more data is needed to understand the formations. You probably got it from Reddit. Okay, lunar map. Let's have a look at that one. And looks like what he's been putting up, isn't it? Coloured images. So it looks like various iron deposits, doesn't it? And maybe the push and pull of gravity and the sun on it. So what's the conspiracy here? Anything here? Can't be bothered reading all that. But you see, it's been around for a while. And it's funny that you should mention it going. Here we go. Is that the moon's surface? It is, isn't it? All the different craters. So at the poles, it does look like it's very higher magnetic anomalies than the blue parts. One week ago here, explore the mystery magnetic anomalies on the moon. Have baffled scientists and revealed unexpected insights. Could play the video clip, I guess, but could be a bit dodgy. Looks like someone's taken it from a news channel, though, isn't it? It's hard to know. Illuminance structures. They've still got lots to learn on all these different planets, so SpaceX needs to get out there. Electrostatic environment. Now it's on about Earth ones. So Earth is not much different than the Moon, really. It's just smaller and almost non-existent atmosphere, but the Moon does have some sort of very, very thin atmosphere.
Quantity large-scale magnetic activity.
Just want to have a look. It looks very similar to what we're looking at here. Around the craters, is it?
And reflecting light in ways also that suggest something is off, and we're talking way off. Couple that with the key and main news of today's video, which is that there is evidence of something massive moving around underneath the moon. And you're seeing some images I'm displaying.
Which has nothing to do with the other thing. Totally
here,
different.
where they haven't just taken things like radar data, but they've snapped images of these very mysterious looking, just totally unnatural spirals on the lunar surface that are being created.
We just read about the spirals.
By something moving underneath the surface, something that can generate heat, something that has magnetism, and, you know, I'm just not...
as we know, water does have a magnetic property as well. Who knows, it might be just molten iron just moving around as well. So, yeah. What a bullshit video, it really is. Does it get any better?
Satisfied with the same old
I don't think I could watch it all.
NASA and the other, space agencies that, well, this is all just evidence of ancient lava tubes underneath the moon, back when it was...
Okay, so they're saying there was some volcanic activity and the lava tubes where it's flown between. Of course, he's not going to accept that, is he?
Forming. It's the same thing to me as hearing, well, it was a weather balloon, or it was swamp gas reflecting light.
So, yeah, just ignore the science, Just assume it's all aliens.
Off of Venus. It's just NASA. Never a...
Okay, you can see as he's saying that script, he's trying not to laugh, right? That's a giveaway of someone telling a lie. I'll just play it back a wee bit, just have a listen to his voice.
Evidence of ancient lava tubes underneath the moon, back when it was forming. It's the same thing to me as hearing, well, it was a weather balloon, or it was swamp gas reflecting light off of Venus. It's just NASA, never a straight answer. So, now, the scientific explanation...
See? He's laughing. He's got a little laugh going on. Same as Blake Cousins does it when they tell a lie.
Might point to remnants of what could be an ancient magnetic field, and, well, what likely is an ancient magnetic field.
So he's laughing, right? It's just bullshit.
But let's not kid ourselves. What if this is something much more recent? So if you guys can imagine...
So, if there's these large structures that he's got in the picture here of aliens, I'm pretty sure they'd be able to detect it in zoom in and get HD quality images from some of the newer satellites they've got in orbit.
Imagine, think of a hidden...
If they can photograph the landing site and see the rover tracks, right?
structure, or a giant device buried just beneath the lunar soil, perhaps still active, generating these magnetic fields as a byproduct of whatever it's doing down there. And
it's mining like the June worms.
I would ask all of you to remember all of my past.
Okay, so he's put up a fake image here of this castle, which we've explained millions and millions of times how it was made. It was a prototype camera for instant photographs, and the ink, the solution to make the photograph photo-resistant, photo-accepted paper as attractive chemicals wasn't tested in a serious gravity environment. So what happened is it made all this pooling of chemicals on the image and made these fake images of various weird stuff like that. And Hogan obviously made a mint killing off this, saying this is proof of alien structures, when it was just a blob of liquid from the processing of that type of camera floor. They never used that again, apparently, but the damage was done. And there's also another one, Castle, and the Spire, I think, was another one with the same camera.
Past videos, the thousands of them, showing and revealing and exposing countless images and
overexposed craters looking like domes. What's this one? Wasn't that the electrostatic flash that they got when the movie rolled against rollers? And they thought they had it solved, but it hadn't. Occasionally they get these blue flashes, or sparks.
and satellite photography that clearly depict alien structures on
low res blocking. That is like a Tatooine entrance.
our moon, UFO activity happening around our
Yeah, so he's laughing again, right? He's not. He knows this bullshit.
moon,
What he's saying.
especially on the
Oh, yeah, so now we're getting that blue flash again.
backside. I've done some really crazy.
Oh, yeah, so this is where the electrostatic flashes, and it's not actually on the moon's surface at all. It's actually an artifact inside the camera lens.
Just some of my best work I've done on our moon.
Is it really, Taylor? You're telling lies to all your people, followers.
And especially the backside of it. That is some of my earliest work, and it's still right here
Your earliest work is absolute garbage, mate.
on the channel. So I'll put some links down below, or you can head over and search.
And a lot of these are just specks of dust when they scan in the photographs and negatives with their scanners they're using. Lint off their lint-free cloths. But obviously some scratches would happen and stuff.
But if you think that our moon
Yeah, so he's got this other fake image up here, which is actually a drawing on over the image, a target zone for them where they're going to crash old rocket into the lunar surface to measure that sort of ringing bell effect. That they had already some size and mass graphs ready, landed there, and they wanted to see if the moon was hollow or had fluid, right? So that was part of that program, and that was meant to be where the crash site was. And it's got this little square thing that looks like a building, when actually it's just what was drawn on the image. So he turned that into a conspiracy, and he keeps using it even though he knows it's exactly what it is.
barren and there's nothing on it.
Oh, there you go. There's this little square they drew on it. Target zone. It doesn't actually exist because they got other images that is higher quality than this that proves there's nothing there.
I promise you, if you watch my videos, that you're...
You're gonna be zombified. You're gonna be lower IQ if you watch his videos, and you're gonna make him lots of money.
Your mind will be changed before you're even halfway through. But anyway, we have evidence.
Not if they watch my channel, mate. So it's a shame that no one watches my channel, because people could get educated and know exactly what they're looking at. Yeah, so what was this one he's got here? A lot of these photographs were taken through windows. That looks like an antenna of the outside of the probe.
It's here of something moving around down.
Something moving around outside. No.
Down there, and I asked you guys, to imagine something that's down there buried just beneath the lunar soil,
Okay, so he's trying to subliminal program you to what he wants you to think.
Perhaps still active, generating a magnetic field as a byproduct, and of what we're seeing in these images here, taken by the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. Whatever's down there, it could be machinery, alien machinery, or...
No, it's not. And it will be proven not to be so in maybe 10, 20 years' time. And people will say the Out There channel was correct.
Or a power source, or maybe even something that we...
If there was a power source, you'd have thermal imaging of the moon done, and you prove it. And all the different cameras now can point at the moon and measure the infrared. They can even aim James Watt, can't they, at it? And it's got different sensors on there.
Can't yet comprehend. The idea that the moon could be hiding a secret like this isn't as far-fetched as it sounds, especially when you consider the history.
It's still sci-fi, there's no evidence.
History of strange happenings on our...
He's trying not to laugh.
Neighbor.
Today we have...
Okay, I'm not sure if I can take much more of this.
Breakthroughs available to those who can remove...
So these are part of these people that we talked about in the past. So what's that guy's name? He was with the Hoagland crowd.
One of truth's protective layers.
I can't remember what the name was, but we have to debunk those guys as well. Talked about missing moon photos, which actually have been found and rescanned and are available in the archive since. So yeah. It's just that they didn't want the prints. They wanted to get new, fresh ones of the negatives, right? So what am I doing? More tape. Tape. I talked about
to some kind of alien activity, then we could be on the brink of one of the greatest discoveries in human history. Is this?
Yeah, just artifacts on the film. Got to remember the moon's plenty of dust up there, and some of it's going to be floating around because you're bouncing around as well, and it's just going to reflect off the little dust particles in front of the lens. They're not actually far away.
It's just something natural as the space
it's a bit of dust flying up in the air.
Agencies are stating, or could this be perhaps an ancient, dormant technology just waiting to be discovered?
Our
moon
is
very strange.
On the lens.
There is no other planet in our solar system that has a moon
floating
like
in front
ours,
of the lens,
and that looks or acts or orbits the way our moon does with ours. Our moon is very enigmatic, that's for sure.
Our moon's very unique, and it might be the reason why life formed on the planet in the first place, and it might be the only planet out there out of thousands of planets that has the moon in such a location and orbit. But life has a way of living on the most extreme places on Earth. I'm pretty sure it could live in the most extreme other planets. If it was panspermia. that causes it to happen. Maybe life just happens over millions and trillions of years, right? And the universe is very, very old. And it seems that James Webb is contradicting the Big Bang pretty much every month, isn't it? So what other garbage has he put up? I suppose we should have read the comments, though. Let's see. I suppose he's deleted all the negative ones. Let's have a look. Hey guys, it's been a minute. First off, huge thanks for sticking with me. Through thick and thin, your support means everything. I'm finally back with a new video. It might be a little rusty, so bear with me. Here we go. All the fans. Happy to see you post again. I just love conspiracy shit, obviously. You're simply the best. Around since 2012 and none the wiser. You still don't know he's confessed to hoax and stuff. You dickheads. I used to roll a fat joint. Yeah, that's the problem. And watch your new videos. I think maybe I have to start it up. It's about to get through the videos because it's so bad. There was a time when this channel posted almost daily and it was terrible. Daily brainwashing, and was talking about some really crazy stuff to the point where Tyler was right about his safety. You mean the men in black outside in the car? And if I remember correctly, went into hiding. Yeah, that was all a stage thing. No worry, Tyler, you're still here. We're all still here, buddy. I don't think they're all here. I think he's got like a hardcore 50,000 followers though. And if they keep coming back to comment and read the comments, that's why he gets like 200,000 views, right? And every time they come back, they're obviously going to get another ad pop up. So all the ad money adds up quite quickly for him. Even if it is 1 cent a view, it's more likely for him like 10 cents or $1 a view, and it can add up pretty quick. It's calculated per 1,000, isn't it? So he could have worked like $2 per 1,000 views, depending on what sort of ads they put on there at the beginning and charge the people. Thank you. I wonder if anyone missed me. Yeah. Welcome back. So where's all the negative comments? There has to be. Normally you have to search it to make sure it's the latest rather than the ones most like. So short it to the newest first. And go from there. All man-made, trust me. Anyone here want to disclose and boost consciousness? No. I captured the best UFO video on the moon with my Nikon. Yeah, atmospherics, and anything in between can be classed as a UFO that flies around the moon, including balloons and birds and bats. The lunar South Pole is where we, USA, China, Russia, are trying to land. We know. Where are you, Tyler? There's a lot happening in Washington tonight. So they're talking about the new hearing. And it was a nothing burger, pretty much. I haven't actually covered it, but I don't think, did I or not? But yeah, there's like a video you could watch that I posted of it all, and you could have a listen to what they said. They did reveal some new cases. and I can't remember what they were now, but they were nothing burgers, right? They're easy to solve. Most of it turned out to be balloons, I think, but I have to re-look at it. One of my favourite channels. This guy has no credibility, cancelled my sub so long, Tyler. So even people that sort of bitter come back and have a look anyway. So he's still going to keep making money, right? Regardless. Because people always keep checking on and see what he's up to. Like I'm doing now, right? But lucky enough, I've got ad blocked, so he doesn't get anything from it. Well, you're a YouTuber. Why would NASA have an obligation to help you? If you want this to be reviewed, you can collab with various astronomy clubs and universities that have instruments to check and take pictures of the moon's surface. Yeah, so someone's giving me a hard time. I think good on you. That's the life forms that made us that are not happy. Not surprised, we're all kept in the dark. So, Nels pointed out his sensationalised and nonsense, and mentioned that it's probably just liquid ice being liquefied and then frozen again with the gravitational tides. But anyway, that one's debunked. Nothing burger. You know, if he was a real ufologist, wouldn't he be going to the hearings and doing interviews and that sort of stuff? If he was really credible, right, he'd be doing like Cool Bell. He'd be showing up there, interviewing people, and he'd be calling out, "Cool Bell, I got you into this. I got your face on millions of people to see you and sub to you, and you just threw it all back on my face." I would love to see them fight. And also, let's have a look at this one. And we'll do third phase next time, I think. Hearing, yeah, there was something on the hearing. Maybe I need to dig it up. New UFOs cases. Latest spent in November. Hundreds of new UFOs. Okay, let's go to the end. Let's have a quick look before we go on to his video. Okay, that's the Trent one, isn't it? Which again is the truck mirror on a fishing line. What else we got? Where's all the new pictures? Where's all the hundreds of pictures? Yeah, we're not going to see them, are we? No. Let's see. Has anyone got some new pictures up? Arrow gives classified briefing to house makers. Alright, so it debunks the one that I debunked as well, and McWest did as well, which is the two fire balloons over Puerto Rico. And Darcy Ware's now made a new documentary previously saying it was a UFO. And now the Arrow has put out a report saying it's been debunked as two Chinese lanterns, which is basically what I and McWest had said as well. Which is interesting, isn't it? Makes you wonder if they looked at my stuff, or even McWest stuff, before looking at it with their own eyes. But yeah, they did reveal something interesting. They did work out the flight path of the helicopter and found that the fire balloons weren't actually moving, or they were moving really, really slow. They're pretty much in the same place and did not even go over water, which is quite interesting once you do GPS tracking of the helicopter with the camera movement and stabilize it. They know exactly where the balloon was at all times. So that was one of them. And what was the other ones? Some new images of stuff, wasn't it? Which wasn't really that exciting. Another useless site. Maybe I can dig it up again. I'm pretty sure I got it on my X somewhere. Maybe next time. Let's just carry on with this one.
Here back with Secure Team. Now first off, for anyone who may have missed my latest video a few days back, I covered some crazy new discoveries literally underneath our moon that are leaving scientists baffled. So if you haven't seen that yet, definitely check that out, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on
not from what we read. They weren't really baffled by it. They had some good ideas what's causing it.
it and what you make of what seems to be occurring underneath the lunar surface.
So he's trying to get people to come back and watch his old videos to try and get more money, because he knows it's dropped right off. How many watched this one? Only 200,000 now. There was times where he was getting almost up to 800,000 views, wasn't it? That's a lot of good money coming in.
But today, we are diving into some...
here we got Stephen. Oh, gift me a cookie. Oh, thanks very much. Unfortunately, my events for that doesn't work, because Streamlabs only supports certain payment places, and they don't include Pilled, unfortunately. Okay. So let's go
something
over this.
A little different, a piece of UFO footage that I am willing to bet not many of you have seen before, and that I totally accidentally stumbled upon digging through some old hard drives. And so I came across a folder that had some older footage that was circa early, we'll just say early 2000s to mid 2000s. And hopefully you guys can give me your take, because I'm kind of baffled. I've never seen this before. It's a couple different sightings of what appears to be the same object, and like I said, this was buried among some early 2000s UFO footage, and this like one is from,
crappy
it
footage
says
too.
In the title,
it looks like VHS tape, doesn't it? Overexposed. An early star that should not have been shown in twilight sky, still so blue and bright. So who's to say it's a star? Could it be just a weather balloon reflecting? Kind of looks like the shape of a weather balloon, doesn't it?
of the file at least, it's from 2010.
We'd have to see a video of it.
To represent that as well. And the only thing I know about this footage, besides the fact that it was shot in 2010, is that it is one of those vintage clips, and it feels so weird calling 2010 vintage, but this is one of those clips that gave me the chills, and I think it's going to give you guys some of the same.
It always looks like
you know
a balloon,
how sometimes
doesn't it?
when you're outside and you look up in the sky and you think you're seeing a faint
looks
star,
like it's changing
and they typically
shape too.
look like a small
As
white
it's
dot in the
rotating.
sky. All I can say is that after you see this, I think your mind is going to be changed about just which of these specks of light that we typically see in the nighttime and
Satellite.
daytime skies really are, in fact, stars, and not totally something out of this world, potentially. So check this out, and for context, whoever captured this, they added in some captions, some text captions in the video, so those were already added in, and we will come
what's that?
Back to review it in just a moment. So
that would look like a bug to me.
Check this out.
Check it out, man. Why don't you check it out and tell us that it's 100% legit UFO? Because you can't.
Okay.
So it looks like it's filmed during the day. It's not likely to be a Venus. But again, these places never have any tracking software with the videos, right? Maybe you could plug it in if you know the location. We haven't got a location, so it's one missing piece of information that's crucial.
First time this year. Oh, there we go. First time this year.
Oh, look at it. That looks like a balloon. Tear shape coming in there. It's being illuminated by the sun, early morning sun. This guy's having us on.
What is today's date? May 20th, 2010.
I would say that's a weather balloon.
PM.
Let's see if any more information comes up.
The moon's over there.
Yep, that was the moon.
There is no other bright object except for that one right there in front.
So it's got to be early in the morning.
And there he
you get
is.
Satellites, and they launch weather balloons early in the morning. And they have an automatic stations that sort of blow it up and then release it. So it makes sense. It's an early morning temperature balloon.
So, the funny thing about it is it kind of moved from the west to the east.
So it can't be a star then, can it?
One orb. Oh boy. There it goes. That baby.
It looks like it's breaking up.
1, 2, 3.
Looks like it's got a gas leak in the balloon. But it may be also releasing its payloads. Normally these do have payloads at different heights in a piece of tether that we can't see here.
Come on down, brother.
And often they're in a triangle shape too. There we go. There's the two triangles.
One more dropping. 4.
And it kind of looks like a balloon dropping payloads.
Oh shit. 5.
So that steam might not be from a leaky balloon. It might be some sort of explosive release, right? 2010. It could even be a high altitude balloon here, and they're releasing payloads. So they can pick up the samples from the air collected or stuff like that, right?
5, 6.
So that a lot of this is to do with artifact, right? We're not actually seeing the real image. We're seeing a shape, kind of. But you got to remember, a lot of this is to do with video compression, and we're not really seeing the real object at all. But we're seeing a rough idea that looks kind of balloonish.
Now, if some of you guys are...
And it looks like it did release 3 payloads with that sort of explosive release there.
Like me, you're probably wondering what the hell you just saw. And I will be playing...
Not really. We've got a good idea what it is.
Different filtered versions.
Okay. Might be some sort of experiment. Not a weather balloon as such, where it tends to release the payloads at different altitudes. That looks like something like a NASA experiment balloon. It could even been 2010. Was that when they were doing the loom balloon, or whatever it's called? Balloon payloads. Let's have a look. And normally they're on a tripod with different sensors in each corner that gets released, and also have at different heights payloads or series packages. There you go. It's normally on a platform. Normally it's in a triad. That one there's 4, but normally it's in a triangle. It has a parachute to slow it down as it comes back to Earth. But that's just one example of payload. They can have multiple payloads, and they can be released differently or at the same time. Let's see, have we got any images? As you can see, that one's a 3 balloon. So this one's got multiple payloads at different heights on the tether cable. Well, this first. Normally they drop that one off, drop that one off, drop that one off, and that one is last to drop. It releases due to pressure or some sort of radio signal. This one there kind of looks like what we're looking at, isn't it? The Google Loom, or whatever it's called. Heavy payload balloon. Oh. I set that one up into the edge of space. That looks like if that broke off, that would kill someone going down. Looks pretty heavy. Heavy payload. How altitude? There we go. Sets of platforms. There it is at the bottom there. And then got another one there with a parachute, like it looks like there. Oh, look at that one. That's got a few hanging off it. And they're going to show one with a triangle. Triangle platform. Probably not. I'll have to type it in. And nose is really bad. I might have to wrap up in a minute. It wasn't a good. It was a good trial run. We've got a few things to sort out tomorrow. Of course, now we got Chinese balloons too. So he may have been filming in 2010. Who knows? It could have been one of the early models of even spy balloons, right?
As well as some AI-enhanced and upscaled versions of the footage, which I think you're going to find really intriguing.
Never use AI.
But at first, when we were watching the footage, it shows what looks like a distant white dot. Again, almost like a star. But here's the thing that I think we can safely say right now, which is that whatever this thing was captured in the skies over Pennsylvania back in 2010, it was not a star. This same white glowing dot was recorded on multiple different days, just hovering there. And it appears as this white circular shape. You know, being it was 2010, there is some blurring, some choppiness to it, some low resolution artifacts, but there's enough there, along with the help of technology. I'm going to give you guys a better idea of what it may have actually looked like had it been captured today. But
the guy has converted the interlace video without removing the interlace, and that's why it looks so garbage. Ridiculous. Even looking at this garbage.
Besides being recorded on multiple different days, towards the end of the videos,
I can't believe that 200,000 have watched this garbage. So, yeah, time you add in 4 ads, that's like $1,000 in the pocket there. If not more. Is that it? Is that all he's got? If you're fascinated by UFO, as I am, he's not interested in UFOs whatsoever. He's interested in making money. If he's interested in UFOs, he would have been at the hearings. Because he lives in America. And he's got the money to go there. And even if it's $500 a night room in New York, he can afford it, right? And he could have done it live streaming there, doing interviews, hanging out. He could have made so much money if he was a real UFO person, especially with that kind of following. They're saying, still depressed stuff is popping off, bro. I thought he was talking about the balloon there for a minute. That it was popping, but it's possible that it was popping and it leaked out some gas. And then they decided to release the payloads just in case. But who knows? Just watch Project Blue Book. Anyway, I think we might just leave it there. Portal drops metal ball. Let's just see. Does he go on any more about it? Just the same old garbage video. It's like when he was putting up those hot air balloons over Switzerland, right? And they had advertising balloons. And now he's plugging the mic. God knows how much he still gets on that. Who knows? He still might make $30,000 a month on the mic. So yeah, Tyler's debunked until more stuff comes out. That's that done. And set phase next time, I guess. And so I'm just going to leave it there, guys. Who we got? Anybody around still? 5 on Pilled, and thanks for hitting the like button there. Rumble, we got 2 likes there. And 4 watching still. And 2 on YouTube. We'll see if anyone else drops around tomorrow to watch it. But yeah. I was meant to say good night. I'm just going to wrap it up now. And leave you to go to bed. Or do your jobs or whatever. Just close that down. Oh, over there. Just leave it up. Wind down. End it. Okay, thanks for joining us, guys. I'll be doing another show the next 5 days or so, less. Bye.